Hello everyone, I am Aditya Sauri. Today our topic is searching techniques. So we have two different types of searching techniques. One is linear search and another one is binary search. So by using searching techniques, we can find an element in an array. Okay. Linear search technique is also known as sequential search technique. This linear search is a method of searching an element in a list in sequence. In this method, the list is searched for the required element from the beginning of the list or array or form of last element to first element of array and continues until the item is found or the entire list or array has been searched. Okay, with the help of this searching technique we can find an element. So we can implement these techniques in list or arrays. For example, if I take some values, okay, if I like to search 51 value, so in this technique we have to compare this 51 with each and every element. For example, here our first value is 50, so we have to see the key value is equal to first value or not. If the condition is true, our searching process is finished, otherwise it goes to the next index value. Here also it checks whether the value is equal to this value or not. If it is true, it will be executed, otherwise it jumps to the next block. Maybe it is an array or list. So here also it will check the value. Here also not equal. After that it jumps here. Here 51 equal to 51. Here the condition is satisfied. So our searching process also finished because we got the value. So in this way the linear search technique will be happen. Now let us implement a program using this technique. Here we can see the program of linear search. So this program I implemented using Java programming language. Now let us check the logic, how it works. So we already know how to create a class and main. You already learned in Java classes. So in this program here I created an array called A. So I created an array called A and the size of array A is 5. So like this only I created in this program. After that I created three variables, k, s equal to 0 and I. So I used k variable for key value. So which value I like to find. For that purpose I created this k and s equal to 0 and I used I here for looping. Now enter values. So I would like to enter some values. So how many values we want? 5 values. So that's why I run a loop here. So I equal to 0, 0 less than 5, condition true. If the condition true, it enters into the for loop. So in for loop I use a scanner class. So with the help of scanner class we can take the values as an input. So here a of 0, okay, something value I inserted. So with the help of system.in the value will be taken and it will be stored in a memory block. After that value will be assigned to the SC object. So we already know these things. So in SC object one value is stored. Now I am assigning that particular value in A of 0. So in I 0 value is there. So in A of 0 position I am storing one value 10. After that process is completed, again the loop goes here I plus plus. So I plus plus, so I value is 0. Now the value will be incremented. Now I value is 1 less than 5, condition true. Now another value will be inserted. So here I am storing 20 value in A of 1. After that I plus plus, I value 2 less than 5, condition true. If the condition is true, we have another chance to store the another value. So in this way we can store 5 values in this particular array. So 450. At last 5 less than 5, condition false, so we don't have any chance to enter into this for loop. So here the condition is breaked. Now we store 5 values. In A array. So I stored 5 values in A array 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. So after finishing this looping concept, now another thing we have system.out.println. So enter a value which you like to find. So for example, I would like to find 30 value. So that particular value I gave as an input with the help of scanner class. Now that particular value will be assigned to the k variable. So 30 is stored in k variable. So k equal to 30. So in array A we have 5 values. Now I would like to find the 30 value in an array. Okay. So here for I equal to 0, 0 less than 5. If the condition is true, it jumps to the if statement. So our I value is 0, k value is 30. So 30 equal to, so I am writing about this logic. If k equal to a of y, so a of I means a of 0, because we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 index values, and a of 0 means 10. Now 30 equal to 10. So here condition is false. So if the condition is false, again it jumps to the for loop. Now I plus plus, I value 1 less than 5, condition is true. If the condition is true, again it jumps to the if block. So here a of I means a of 1. So 30 equal to a of 1. So here a of 1 value is 20. So here 30 equal to 20. See, here also condition is false. Again it jumps to the for loop. I value is 2. So 2 less than 5. If the condition is true, again it jumps to the if block. Here 30 equal to a of 2. So in a of 2 we have the value of 30. So here 30 equal to 30. Here the condition is satisfied. So if the condition is satisfied in if block, then it enters into the if. So s equal to 1. So we already take s equal to 0. Whenever this condition is true, that means if block, then it will becomes s equal to 1. After that, break statement. So we already know about break statement. So when the break statement will come, it comes out of the loop. Okay. So now we came out of the for loop. Another step is if s equal to 1. So here our s value is 1 because here the condition is true, that's why s value become 1. So if s equal to 1, so our s value is 1, so it will be equal, given value is found, else given value is not found. So our condition is satisfied, so s will become 1, so given value is found. If the condition is not satisfied, that means if s not equal to 1, that means given value will not found. So in this way this program will be work. I hope you understand how this linear search technique will work and how we can implement this program and how it works also. Now let us check the output of the linear search. Okay, here I am giving the values. Wait a second. So now I would like to check the value 30. So given value is found. So 30 is in the particular array. So that's why value is found. Now let us check another values. Okay, now I would like to give 34. Here I took 11, 44, 55, 88, 99. But here I am giving 34 value. But the value is in not in array. So that's why we got the output given value is not found. So I hope you understand the concept of linear search. Now let us discuss the another searching technique called binary search. Binary search is quicker than the linear search. However, it cannot be applied on unsorted data structure. The binary search is based on the approach divide and conquer. The binary search starts by testing the data in the middle element of the array. This determines target is whether in the first half or second half. If target is in first half, we do not need to check the second half, and if it is in second half, no need to check in first half. Similarly, we repeat this process until we find target in the list or not found from the list. Here we need three variables to identify first, last and middle elements. To implement binary search method, the element must be sorted order. Search is performed as follows. The key is compared with item in the middle position of an array. If the key matches with item, return it and stop. If the key is less than mid position item, then the item to be found must be in first half of array. Otherwise, it must be in second half of array. Repeat the procedure of lower or upper half of array until the element is found. Now let us discuss this concept by using a small example. Now let us take some elements to search an element using binary searching technique. Okay. First here I am taking some values. Okay, in binary search technique we have to take the elements in sorting order. If the elements are in not sorting order, we have to make those elements as a sorting order. So sorting order means in ascending order. So I am converting these elements in a sorting order. Okay, now I would like to check the value, okay, to find the value of 40. So we already know that we are taking these values in arrays. Here I took 5 values. So for array, each and every value is stored in a specific index. Okay, now I would like to find the element 40. Okay, to find the element, first we have to find the mid value of all values. So here we have 5 elements. Each element is stored in specific index, that is in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I would like to find the mid value of this array. So the formula is mid equal to low value plus high value divided by 2. Here low value means we have to check the index value, not the value. So here the lower index value is 0 and the highest index value is 4 divided by 2. Now the mid value is 2. So now we got the low value 0, mid value 2 and high value 4. So in this way we can find out the mid value. For example, if I got some point values like 2.5, so we have to take the floor value. So floor value means 2 only. If we get point values only, then we have to use floor values. Here I didn't got any point values, so simply I got 2. So our mid value is 2. Okay, now we have to compare our key value and mid value is equal or not. Our key value is 40 because we would like to find out the 40 element, and mid value is 30. Here both are not equal, so our value is not found here. After that we have to compare our key value with the mid value. If it is greater than the mid value, we have to check the right side elements. We already know we have to keep our elements in sorting order only, so in ascending order. So here 40 is the value which we like to find, and our mid value is 30. So compared to 30, 40 is greater than 30. So that's why we have to check remaining values in right side only, because 40 is greater and remaining greater elements will be in right side only, not in left side. If the element is small, then we have to check in left side, because remaining elements are smaller than 30. So that's why we have to check in left side. But here 40 is greater, so we have to check remaining elements to right side only. So we no need to check in left side. So here half of the time is saved for us. Now we have to change the positions. So we already know lower is 0, mid is 2 and high value is 4. Now we have to keep the high value constant 4 only. Now we have to change the position of low. That means now low value equal to mid plus 1. So here mid is 2. That means 2 plus 1, that is 3. Now low value will become 3 and high value will become 4. Now we have to find the mid value. So the formula of mid value is low plus high by 2. That means 3 plus 4 by 2. That means 7 by 2. At last we got 3.5. I already told you, if we got any decimal values, we have to take the floor values only. So the floor value of 3.5 is 3. So the mid value is 3. Now we have to check whether the mid value and key value is equal or not. So our key value is 40 and our mid value position is 3 and in third position we have 40 value. That means here both are equal. So in this way we can find out the value which we like to found. So this is the concept of binary search. So by using low value, high value and mid values only, we can find out the elements in this concept. Now let us implement a small program using this concept. Here we can see the Java program of binary search. Now let us discuss this program by taking an elements. Now let us see how it will work. So here I created an array A, and here I created the size 5 for array A, and after that I take some of variables k. So k I use it here to insert the key value, that means which value I would like to find. Here I am inserting in k, and here s equal to 0, and here I am using s as a flag, and high I am using for loop. After that I use it high, low, mid variables to find and insert the high value, low value and mid value in these specific variables, and I gave high value as 4 and low value as 0, because here our array size is 5. So we already know if the size is 5, the index value, that means 0 to 4 only. So the maximum index is 0 and the minimum index value is 0. We already know that, that's why I assigned 4 as high and 0 as low. And now we have to find the mid value, so that's why I didn't give any value in mid variable. Now another step is enter values. So I would like to enter some values in array, that's why here I run a loop. So I equal to 0, 0 less than 5 if the condition is true. With the help of scanner class, we already know that scanner class is used to take the input values, and I am inserting those particular value in a of I. So here I value is 0, so a of 0 I am inserting 10. After that here task is finished. After that I plus plus I value 1, 1 less than 5 if the condition is true, another value will be inserted. After that a of 2, so in this way I inserted 5 values in a array. So by using looping I stored 5 values. That means in a variable I stored 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. Now here the task is finished. Now another thing, enter a value which you like to found. Okay, here I took 5 values. In these 5 I would like to find a particular value, and that particular value I am storing in k variable. That's why I gave k equal to sc dot next int. So okay, k equal to 40. Now I would like to find the value of 4. Here we already know that low equal to 0, high equal to 4. I already assigned that thing. Now here while low less than high, so your condition is true because low value is 0, high value is 4. 0 less than 4, here the condition is true. If the condition is true, here the step will jump. Here the logic is we have to find the mid value. So mid equal to low plus high divided by 2. We already know that. So mid equal to low value is 0, high value is 4 divided by 2. That means 2. So high value 4, low value 0, mid value 2. Okay, after that I wrote a condition, if condition, if k equal to a of mid. So a of mid means 2, a of 2. So our value, key value is 40 and mid value is 2, that means 0 1 2 3 4. So key value is 40 and our mid value is 30. So 30 equal to 40. Here condition is false. So if the condition is false, it does not enter into the if block. After that it jumps to the else block, else if k less than a of mid. Here k value is 40 and k value is 40 and we got the mid value is 30. So here condition is false. After that remaining this one only. So here if condition is failed because k equal to a of mid is false. Here k less than a of mid. So this condition is also false because k value is 40 and we got mid value 30. So after that the logic will jump here. That means low equal to mid plus 1. So our mid value is 2. We already know that. Now in this logic I am changing the low position, that is mid plus 1. Mid value is 2, 1. Now low value is 3, high value is 4. Now here the else block is finished. Again it jumps here to the while because it is a looping. So it runs a loop from start to ending. Here the ending task is finished, that's why it went to while loop again. So low value is 3, high value is 4. We already know here. So here we got low value and high value. Low value is 3, high value is 4. So 3 less than 4. Here condition is true. If the condition is true, we have to check the mid value. Okay. So mid value equal to 3 plus 4 by 2, that means 3.5. 7 by 2 means 3.5 and we have to take the floor value, that means 3. Okay. After that we have to go for if condition. If k equal to a of mid and a of mid value is, okay, k value is 40 and a of mid means a of 3. We got the 3 value as a mid. So 40 equal to, in a of 3 we have the value 40. So here the condition is satisfied. If the condition is satisfied, s equal to 1, that means s value will become 1. After that break. So the looping concept will break and come out of the condition. After that here it will be continued. If s equal to 1, here our s value is 1. So confirm here s equal to 1. So if the s equal to 1, given value is found. If s equal to not 1, given value is not found. Okay. Now let us check the output. Okay, I am giving some values. Now I would like to 40. So given value is found. So because 40 is there. So I hope you understand the program and logic concept of binary search.